bouncers. First, for the National University Lady Bulldogs. Number 1, Ella Sagon. Number 4, Mina Aganon. Number 7, Rhea Sante. Number 8, Hai Nepomuceno. Number 9, Beck Mangi. Number 10, Assi Soliven. The Lady Bulldogs libero number 12, Che Reyes. Their head coach, Francis Vicente. And now, starting for the Ateneo de Manila Lady Eagles. Number 3, Gretchen Hall. Number 4, Bea Pascual. Number 5, Cara Acevedo. Number 6, C. Herpacho. Number 12, Chen Ferrer. Number 15, Bill St. Cainglet. Their libero, number 13, Denise Lazaro. Head coach of the Lady Eagles, Roger Gorayev.
Coach Roger Gorayev against new coach Francis Vicente of NU Ateneo versus NU. Same starting 6 for Ateneo. Now this is what happened, Ian, in that game. And we talk about Ella De Jesus, Jarella De Jesus, the St. James Academy recruit of Coach Roger. They were sluggish in that first set. It was horrible. I'm sure they would agree with it. 25-13, they lost that one. Z Hervasio was playing really bad. And then he decided to bring in Ella De Jesus, who was like a fire starter. Bumbuing loob eh. Yan talagang makikita mo parang hindi naninibago sa mga pangyayari sa tao or with the school or with their teammates. Her play was so good that Z Hervasio did not come back in the game.
That's right. So if you're the coach like Coach Roger Gorayev, you must have a lot of confidence. Plus, if you're the player and he's looking at Ella at that game, sabi niya, pwede ba ituloy-tuloy if she's really performing that well. No need for Z Hervasio to come back in. And who knows? That could be the secret weapon of Ateneo for this year. She could be that secret weapon.
Pero syempre, veterano pa rin siya, and they need Z Hervasio to get going in this tournament.
That's right.
2-0. Shem Ferreira, usually the first server for the Lady Eagles. Had a great year last year. Challenged in the Final Four. Of course, challenged UST again as Cara Acevedo with that off-speed hit, giving them a 3-0 lead. NU, as we mentioned, you know, even with the one victory, this is one of those cases, yung NU had probably the best year they had in years in terms of the way they played. Maybe not in terms of the team record, but they were there against the UPs, against the U's. They almost snatched the game.
That's right.
Pinahirapan pa nga nila ang Lasal nung isang laro as Z Hervasio now tipping it to an open space there for a 4-0 lead. And speaking of Ateneo, let's check in with Job De Leon again. Job.
The Lady Eagles come in today looking for their first win of the season against the Lady Bulldogs. Earlier today, I talked to Coach Roger Gorayev about that first game against UST, as you were talking about, Boom. And he said, well, he wasn't too concerned about it. Losing the last 2 sets by 2 points, he said, are really just the breaks of the game. He was satisfied that the Lady Eagles held their own versus a perennial contender like UST. And hopefully, he said, it's a sign for good things to come in the 73rd season and beyond. Boom and Ian.
Thank you very much. They did beat UST. Remember that colossal game to end the year last year, December
before the break.
Yun nga lang, dun din nagising ng UST.
Oh yeah.
Pagkatapos nun, lumachada na lang gusto.
Dumiretso na. It's now 6-0, Boom, and NU hasn't scored a point
until now.
They've been missing the lines. They've had their open looks, but they've been missing the mark. And Mervik Mangi not getting the touches early on in his first set.
They look fit though. And you compare to, you know, the recent years, like Nepomuceno's got a little bit of weight. Although, it is still 8-0 here in the first set. Slow start for NU. Back here at the arena for more volleyball action. Standing by, UP versus De La Salle in our second game. But first, Ateneo and NU. What
a start for Ateneo, Boom. So far, they they have this very comfortable lead here in the first set. NU still scoreless. And it's still Jem Ferrer serving for the team captain.
First technical timeout, sila pa rin, ano? 8-0. They open up to Mervic.
She gets blocked.
Double block, too.
Now 9
Pascual and Acevedo, alam naman natin yun ang first option talaga ng NU.
That's right. Read very well by the blockers of Ateneo. Let's have another look at it again. Mervic Mangi signaling to her setter that she wants the sets higher. Unlike that last one. Another free ball for Ateneo.
Pascual with a quick hit. Go back to Mervic. Englet taking it. Reverse set. Ball still in play. And a free ball for the Lady Eagles. Combination play, and it is the lefty, Acevedo, putting it away.
The two veteran players of Ateneo, Acevedo and Pascual, with a double quick play. And Ferrer giving it to Acevedo for that back quick. 10-0 in the first.
Ang napansin ko pa dun sa first game, Ian, was that Ateneo tried more combination plays that I've ever seen in recent years.
Well, of course, that's always a good sign.
And Vasho looks at the bench, didn't like the way she hit that ball, but still good enough for an 11-0 count. NU still scoreless. Aaron Torreon will report after this timeout. Let's listen first to the NU bench bago tayo pumunta kay Aaron.
Gagalaw lang kayo na maayos eh. Ano bang feeling ko? Ito pumasok. Di ba ito may sumasalo rito? Ano bang ayaw nyo doon sa tinuturo ko? Anong hindi nyo maintindihan dyan? Pinag-aralan natin kahapon yan. Bakit hindi ina-apply? Ha? Umu-over dito. Ito, over defense. Ina-apply din dito yan. Oh.
I apologize for that.
Basta na yung laro na yan. Ayaw nyo pang basahin ng gusto eh. Enyo!
Little technical difficulty. That's the new coach, Francis Vicente.
Yeah. After getting his first win of his UAP career last game, he's confronted with a 0-11 first set against Ateneo.
Mangi again.
Ooh.
This time, parang miss-hit o mukhang mababa pa rin. Puntahan natin si Aaron Torreon from the NU side. Aaron, go ahead.
Fresh off a win, Coach Francis was very pleased with the attitude his Lady Bulldogs displayed in their very first game. They were playing with a lot of heart and they never gave up. This is something he really wants them to maintain all throughout the season. The girls, though, were warned that the Lady Eagles play with a lot of heart as well, so they really need to rely on improving their defense in order to upstage them. This is because the Lady Bulldogs tend to be a bit too lax when it comes to their blocks and reception. So staying on top of these two, plus better communication on the court, is what Coach Francis wants to see today.
Thank you, Aaron. And they finally get a point here after Ateneo scored 13. Substitution now, as NU finally gets their first score in this game.
And if our viewers are, looking at our court, this is a Taraflex court, the official surface that is being used by the FIVB in international competition. So this year, this is the first time we're using this for the UAP competition.
Combination play for NU, kaya lang medyo malakas. Acevedo moves out, Magansing comes in.
Now serving Bea Pascual.
Magang palitan kay Coach Roger. He has the luxury. They're up 13. Experiment a little. Again, nakailalim sa bola.
No touch from the Ateneo blockers. It's a clean hit outside.
Sante.
And Ateneo still relentless. 15-1 here in the first set.
Well, it's a change because usually Ateneo is a slow starting team. Rosmangi with the wind-up. That looked really perfect for her.
Up against Bagansing and Gretchen Ho.
First clean hit.
Yeah.
For the #1 offensive machine of National U. Yung ganda nung open sa kanya.
That's right. This is the height that she likes her sets. Unlike the previous sets going her way, it was a bit low. They were a bit low.
Oh, that's Servacio with the combination.
Alam mo, napansin ko buong kay Zihar Basha. She lost some weight. This is a good weight for Zihar Basha.
16-2, technical timeout. We'll be back. Back here in the arena in San Juan for the continuing coverage of the 73rd season of the Women's volleyball. Gretchen Hon, the rest of the Lady Eagles ahead by 14. You were talking about Z.
That's right, Zihar Vasho looking more fit to open up this season. I'm sure Coach Roger worked her pretty hard during the offseason.
Even like Ferrer, looked like lost a little weight. That's right, Magatsing. Kainglet, who we've always talked about in terms of her developing a little power.
That's right.
Sana in the coming
That's
years,
right.
no?
For Zihar Vasho, the power is there, but the consistency was the main problem for Zihar
Score
Vasho
for the Lady
for the past
Bulldogs,
2 years.
courtesy of Beck Bangi.
We expect a lot of...
She's going to have a good game at
Yes.
some point, for sure. Maybe today, to get out of that slump that she was in that first game. Receives that one to Ferrer. Bagatsing the lefty.
Nice
this time she gets...
Sante.
and Sel Mayron.
That's Rielen Sante with the block. 16-4 is the score. Mervic now the back line.
That was good serve down the line.
Ferrer with the easy over. Sullivan continues to set. NU. Kainglet takes this one through the block.
There you go. That block of Sullivan and Sante was wide open and loose.
nakabuka, no?
Yeah. There's a big gap. We're going to have a look at that and
Yeah, no?
easily spotting that. And of course, the cardinal rule in blocking, don't leave a gap between the double block.
Lazaro with great reception. You know, I wanted to highlight her. I was talking to Coach Roger earlier because hindi siya masyadong napansin in that game because, you know, Jesus was just all over the place. Ferrer was setting like crazy. Also, they had great combination sets. Yun nga lang, di ba? Siyempre, UST yun eh. Maiso just killed them figuratively in that game. But I wanted to say the reason probably why they have more combination plays this year is because their libero, Lazaro, was great in that game. I mean, watching that game, she retrieved a lot of really tough balls in that game. She seems to be very steady. So I talked to Coach Roger about her. Said, again, one of his recruits, he saw her a long time ago, but she was so short back then. And nagulat na lang daw siya biglang tumangkad to see Denise Michelle Lazaro. Apparently, she was an open hitter before. Pero napansin nga ni Coach Roger na magaling na mag-receive. So, they decided wala na silang libero dahil nga si Gabriela graduated. And if you observe her, I mean, at least after that first game, she seems to be a solid libero.
I agree.
Who gave, yung hindi na masyadong tumatakbo si Ferrer na para mag-set. Ikaw, you're a setter, Ian, you know that.
That's right. Well, I've seen Lazaro play
Ariel
preseason tournaments and really she was very steady, right, in that observation.
And now serving
She makes the job of
Gretchen
Ferrer
Hall.
and all the frontliners a lot easier when she gets those receptions close to the net, close to where Ferrer likes them. They get to fool more blockers in the process and more points, easy points during the match.
Siyempre, Ferrer, we know what she can do set-wise.
Yeah.
But gusto mo rin pahirapan yung buhay niya na naghahabol-habol pa ng bola, di ba?
But I think she's lost enough weight that they don't need her running around that much anymore.
And if you have a libero who can feed you the ball the right way, then ganun din yun. We've seen a lot of great liberos in this sport, especially in the women's division. And we still have a lot here playing in the 73rd season. But no one, by the way, for Ateneos in the cross-court hit by Kainglet was a little long. So naglalaro na si Coach Roger sa kanyang rotation.
That's right, getting some of his bench players playing time in the first set.